Hey besties, have you been getting the I need to go outside itch? I know I have. Every time it warms up outside, I feel like I walk and suddenly I black out and I've spent $40 on random stuff. According to research, next to the winter holidays, people spend the most money during summer, and while it's definitely not summer quite yet, spending does ramp up through the spring. So there's no better time to do a little financial spring cleaning. And that's exactly what we're gonna do today together. Just like you're getting ready to reorganize your home, you can do the same with your personal finances. Let's get into a few ways we can help get you on track to be more financially organized and prepared as we head into the warmer months. Think of this as the quarterly check-in of all quarterly check-ins. Now's the time. You're past the holidays, you've kickstarted the year, but now is the real deciding factor of if this year is gonna be a financial win for you. A lot of us don't realize just how much we lose due to our finances being messy. So here are a few tips and tricks to help give your finances a little cleanup. 1, unsubscribe from unused streaming services. Look, there's about 4 million different movie, television, and music streaming platforms, and chances are there's at least 1 or 2 that you're paying for but don't actually use. I'm not telling you to give up or get rid of something you actively enjoy, but I'm sure there's maybe one platform that you haven't clicked on in a couple months that you've been putting off canceling. Now's the perfect time to cut that cord. As tedious as canceling some of these subscriptions can be, it could be an extra $100 or even more back in your pocket every year. That's a meaningful amount you could put into something else fun that you've been saving for or even use to invest. 2, speaking of unsubscribing, the only thing harder than trying to cancel a streaming service is trying to cancel an app subscription. I get a bunch of random charges from Apple each month, and honestly, I don't even question them. But I should. I'm sure many of you get hit with the random fees from Apple at the end of the month too, and you just brush them off. Well, now it's time to do a little investigating. If you open up your settings and search subscriptions, you will have all the apps and even Apple data extension plans you are subscribed to. Now you have one concrete list of all the extra things you are paying for, and you gotta make sure that the charges match up from Apple each month and go ahead and cancel the ones you don't use. I was paying $5 a month for some random photo editing app for months that I just forgot I had subscribed to. Also, now that we're a few months into 2024, it's a great time to check in with your budget that you set in the beginning of the year. Maybe the budget you set in the beginning of the year was way too strict and you've already blown way past it. Now is a perfect time to look at the amount you're supposed to be putting away versus having in your pocket to spend and adjust those numbers. A budget isn't supposed to be so strict that you're constantly blowing through it. It's supposed to be a benchmark to help you get to your financial goals. There's no shame in giving your budget a little more wiggle room to make it actually work for you. Or on the flip side, maybe your budget has been going great and you actually realize you can put a little bit more away into your savings. You should absolutely adjust your budget as the year goes on to get the most out of it. And if you have no idea where to start and you need a jump off point, the 50-30-20 method is a great place to start. 50% of your money goes towards needs like housing and food. 30% goes towards wants like getting your nails done, drinks with friends, going to a concert, etc. And 20% goes towards today you taking care of future you, aka debt pay down, saving, and investing. Up next, like so many other people, you might be going on a great vacation this summer that you cannot wait for. Maybe it's a quick beach weekend, or maybe it's a full 3-month European tour. Either way, it's a great idea to start a sinking fund. A sinking fund is essentially just a separate savings account where you can put away smaller amounts of money to help offset the cost of personal expenses. It's not saving for an emergency fund, but rather saving to help you live your best life. If you have a big summer vacation coming up, you can start a sinking fund to put away a small amount of money each month that'll be set aside for that vacation. This way, when those summer travel expenses start to add up, it won't feel so daunting. And pro tip, put your sinking fund in a high-yield savings account. This will allow you to earn up to 10 times more interest on your money than a traditional savings account. Go ahead and check the description for my favorite one. And last but not least, you smell that? It's negotiation season. What most people don't realize is that everything in life is negotiable. Whether it's your cell phone bill, medical expenses, or even clothes that are slightly imperfect at a department store, you can negotiate. Let's practice really quick with a phone bill. First, you're gonna find comparable plans for your usage on other cell phone networks. You're gonna write down how much they each cost and the benefits, talk, data, text, etc. For example, if you're with AT&T, do some research on similar plans Verizon and T-Mobile are offering, and then just call your current cell phone company and start off by asking what better plans they have to offer you. Hi, I was looking at my plan and it's getting pretty expensive. Could you tell me what other plans you have that could save me money? When they tell you there isn't much that they can do for you, say, I'm thinking of switching to XYZ competitor. Can you switch me to your cancellation department, please? You'll likely be switched to customer retention instead, and this is when we start playing hardball. Pull out your competitive intel and don't be afraid to state the facts. Hi, I'm happy with my service, but I need to get a better deal to stay here. Competitor is offering a similar plan for however much money less with added benefits like XYZ. I know your customer acquisition cost is hundreds of dollars and I've been with you for so many years, so what can you do to offer me this plan at a lower rate? A lot of folks are too nervous to do this because they don't actually want to switch carriers or have their plan get canceled, but your account will never get canceled until you say the final word. You can negotiate for hours and just hang up and walk away. Also, if you don't get the result you want on the first try, just try again a different day. Different customer service people will respond differently, and with more practice, your negotiation tactics will become even more effective. This same format works for things like internet, cable, and virtually any other subscription company as well. And bonus tip, automate your savings and investments. The hardest part about saving is looking at all the money you are putting away just in case. You want that new designer bag or super expensive vacation, and an emergency seems so unlikely and retirement is so far away, so why not? No. While this is super necessary, it can be hard to wrap your head around why you can't just spend whatever. The easiest thing you can do for yourself is have automatic transfers to your savings account, 401k, and investment accounts. You can set this up through direct deposit, through your employer, and have different percentages of each paycheck go to different places. This way, this money is out of sight, out of mind, and making the smart choice is also the easy choice. Now's the time to make sure you're on track to meet your financial goals for the year, and if you aren't, you still have plenty of time and resources to achieve your goals by the end of this year. By taking the time to review your expenses, optimize your savings and investments, and set clear financial goals, you can make meaningful strides towards financial prosperity. Remember, small changes can add up over time, so don't underestimate the power of a thorough financial cleanup. If this was helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. We'll be keeping the money conversation going in our next video. See you next time.